Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning, my students. Happy Thursday for everyone. Today, we are going to continue our learning of English. We are in Unit 3 now. Our topic is about the Nile and ancient Egyptian, non-divining and divining relative clause. And the goal for this unit is 1. Students are able to explain their knowledge about the related topics. And second, students are able to use divining and non-divining relative clauses. Let's begin our learning today by Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alright, here we are going to read together a text about the Nile, and while reading, please pay attention on several vocabularies, and we are going to discuss the vocabularies after reading the text together. The Nile. The Nile is the longest river in the world. It flows from south to north, and it has one source at Lake Victoria in Uganda, the White Nile, and another at Lake Tana in Ethiopia, the Blue Nile. In total, it is 6,670 kilometers long. The ancient Egyptian called the river Ar or Aur, meaning black, because of the black sediment left behind after the frequent river floods. The ancient Greek called the river Kem, which also means black. The name Nile comes from another Greek word, Nilos, which means river valley. The area that the Nile covers is so vast that it has several different climate areas. In the north, in Egypt and Sudan, there is very little rain. Further south, in and around Ethiopia, rainfall is heavy, so this keeps the river flowing, eventually creating the very fertile soil in Egypt and North Sudan. There are dams, such as the one at Aswan, which have been built across the river to prevent flooding in populated areas along the banks of the Nile. The Nile Delta in northern Egypt is where the river spreads out and flows into Mediterranean Sea. From north to south, the delta is about 160 kilometers long. From west to east, it covers about 240 kilometers of coastline. It begins just downriver from Cairo. The Mediterranean Sea doesn't have a strong tide, but it is enough to bring salt water into the Nile's estuaries to mix with the river's fresh water. In the marshes and lagoons, there are saltwater crocodiles, the biggest living reptiles in the world. This text is taken from Cambridge Global English Course Book 8, written by Chris Barker and Libby Mitchell. Okay, now let's see the vocabularies that we get from the text. You can make some notes because I don't write it in the video. I just explain it and you can try to remember it or make some notes. The first one is source. Source means the place something comes from or starts at. For example, you can know the source of the Nile is from Uganda and also Ethiopia. And then ancient means something that is very old or having lasted for a long time. Then sediment. Sediment is a kind of substance that you can find at the bottom of a liquid. It usually comes from very small pieces of solid materials. Then climate. Climate is the general weather condition usually found in a particular place. So you have tropical climate, subtropical climate, and the others. Then fertile. Fertile is a condition of a land in which the land can produce a large number of good quality crops. Then dams. Dam is a wall that is built across a river to stop the river flow or to collect water. Then coastline. Coastline is the particular shape of a coast. Especially you can see it from above, from the sea or on the map, right? Then tide. Tide is the rise and fall of the sea that happens twice every day. Okay, and then the next one is estuary. Estuary is a wide part of a river at the place where it joins the sea. So the river get wider and it joins with the sea. Then we have marsh. Marsh is a ground near a lake, a river, or the sea that often floods and it's always wet. The next one, lagoon. Lagoon is an area of seawater separated from the sea by a reef. And the last is delta. Delta is an area of low and flat land. Sometimes it shapes like a triangle where a river divides into several smaller rivers before flowing into the sea. Okay class, that's all for today. Don't forget to check your understanding and do the evaluation. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.